Is subject to investing good for rehabbers and fix and flippers? Hey gang, this is Mike with MrNoFluff.com, and I get this question all the time. Is subject to investing good for fix and flippers, for rehabbers? Now, what is subject to investing? Subject to investing simply means that there's a motivated seller, they have a commercial or residential property, right? And they're willing to become the investor's private bank. Therefore, the investor doesn't need the whole cash to purchase the purchasing cash to buy the property, nor does the investor need to use credit. And an investor can even negotiate a non-recourse loan because the seller is going to become the investor's private bank. So the investor doesn't have to go to, let's say, Bank of America or Wells Fargo or anything like that. Okay. So the power of that is significant because you're getting seller financing, okay? Now, why is that beneficiary for fix and flippers and rehabbers? Well, number one is that when a rehabber finds a deal, when he negotiates at 60 cents minus repairs to do a fix and flip, they have to usually get the money from hard money lending. And hard money lending is very, very expensive. You're looking at 16, 18, 14 point interest. You're looking at multiple points, 3 or 4 points, and you're doing just interest only payments. Okay. The way a rehabber or a fix and flip can take advantage of a subject to strategy that I teach at Mr. No Fluff in my profit sharing coaching or in my abundance club mastermind is that instead of getting the money from the hard money lending, that investor can negotiate directly with the home seller and figure a win-win situation and let the home seller become the investors, the rehabbers, private bank for a short term. So let's say if the rehabber thinks it's going to take him 6 months to flip this property, and you can say, hey, Mr. Seller, why don't I just give you an extra 5 grand? Or why don't I give you an extra 3 grand? And what I'm gonna do is allow you to make some extra money while I turn around and put 5, 10, 50, 30 grand, whatever it is to rehab the property into the property, and I'll rehab it. Of course, I'm gonna get the deed first, so I'm the rightful owner of it, but I'm gonna give you more money, and this is gonna be, and you're gonna be my private bank for just a short period of time, 3 months, 6 months, because for all I need is a time to put that $10,000 or $30,000 to fix the house, your home, and the amount of time that it's going to take me to sell it with a real estate agent. And because you're going to be my private bank, I'm going to give you more money. That's one example. The other example is what I teach you guys in my again, profit sharing and abundance club. It's in my no fluff negotiation course. You can just buy the course by itself, but highly recommend join the abundance or profit sharing because you get it for free or at a deep discount. Okay. Now, what I teach in there is to what I call the American offer. The American dream offer is for a rehabber or fix and flipper to even allow the seller to split some of the profits on once the fix and flipper, once the rehabber fixes the home and sells it. For example, if the rehabber normally offers 60,000 minus repairs, let's say it's 10,000 repairs, 50,000 to the seller, okay, then that rehabber has to go get the hard money lending to pay for the 50,000, and then hopefully he has the cash to do the rehab himself, or he has to go borrow that. Okay, now in a situation like this, the home seller only gets 50,000. But let's say that the rehabber is smart. He's came to my profit sharing, or he's been in my mastermind abundance club, and I taught him to negotiate a win-win situation. So instead of giving the seller 50,000, maybe you give the seller 53,000. Maybe you give the seller 55,000. Or maybe if there's a lot of meat on the table, like you're going to make $200,000 or $300,000 off this flip, maybe you allow the seller to have profit sharing on this deal. So you tell the seller like this, look, dude, I'm gonna, instead of me paying you the 50, okay, I'm gonna give you the 50. You're gonna be my private bank, And once I sink in 20 grand into this property, or 30 grand into this property, or 50 grand into this property, once I sell this home, right, I'm gonna split the profits with you from the rehab part, minus, of course, my $50,000 that I owe you, minus the money that I put into the property, minus the repairs, and minus the realtor commissions, all that, closing costs. Whatever's left over, I'm willing to give you 10%, 20%, 40%, 50%. Depends on the deal, right? If you're talking about buying a home that's $300,000 and the seller's gonna be your private bank, you might wanna give them more versus the house that it's only $100, okay? When I say you, I'm talking about the investor, okay? This is not financial advice, this is just my opinions, guys. So, there's at least 2 ways that a rehabber can make great money, because they don't have to come up with all the cash to do the deal and pay high interest rates from hard money lenders or private money or credit cards or whatever, and decrease their risk and have more time. Because when you deal with a home seller, let's say you're splitting the profit, they may be more understanding if you're running 1 month behind, if you're running 2 weeks behind, versus a hard money lender or private money, or your family, or credit cards, okay? So simple is, you could give them a little upfront money to allow the seller to become your private bank. That way you don't have to get the money from a private bank or hard money lending, which then the investor would only need to come up with the rehab money. And then the seller will be happy because you're gonna get a little bit more money than the normal cash offer. If they have significant equity, then I would do, you know, a profit sharing situation where I bring my expertise into it, and, you know, I'm gonna buy the property at a deep discount, right? And the seller's gonna, instead of me giving them cash, instead of me borrowing money, instead of any of that, the seller's gonna carry a note for a short term, so I'm able to put money into this property, 10, 20, 30, 50, whatever the situation is, to rehab it. And then once I sell it, if we negotiate an American Dream offer, then the seller would get a profit of what's remaining after I pay on his note, which is the 50, after I take away the rehab money, after I take away the closing costs, whatever is over, maybe we negotiate a 10% for him, or 20% for him, 30% for him. Now, the benefit of that is that it decreases my risk significantly. I don't have to go borrow money from hard money lender. The seller's a lot more flexible than hard money lenders or credit card companies or private money. And, you know, I may take a little bit less money, but that's only when I make money. So, it's, you know, the risk is significantly less, especially if we negotiate a non-recourse loan. So there's a lot of benefits into it. If you want to know all the exact benefits, right, then I highly recommend joining my profit sharing. If you already have a successful business, like you have a moving company, construction business, you're a doctor, an attorney, a CPA, IT guy, whatever, then join my profit sharing, where I work directly with you for 1 whole year. I show you how to find these motivated sellers, structure a deal, how to market the deals, how to follow up the deals, everything you need to know to be able to be your dreams for 1 whole year for $5K. On top of that, I'll give you all your business tools that you need, from your website to your marketing materials to the paperwork you give to the seller, everything you need. It tallies up to $9,500 of free bonus products that I give you because I love you and I want you to succeed, guys, okay? This type of coaching costs over $36,000. You can get it right now for $5,000, guys. For 1 whole freaking year, you get to work with me, okay, one-on-one, and we'll split the profits off 1 deal. So me and you'll work together, split the profits of 1 deal. Get more information about it, go to profitsharing.mrnofluff.com, profitsharing.mrnofluff.com. Guys, if you're in the middle, right? You're in the middle, or you're just starting out, you don't have that much money, then consider joining the Abundance Club mentorship. We meet every Saturday from your computer. You get to ask me questions. I bring you news, updates. I'll bring you what's really working in today's market. And you can ask me anything you want, and I'll help you in the Abundance Club. We meet every Saturday. On top of that, whenever you join, I'll give you my mother course, which I sell for $3,500 as a bonus for free, guys, okay? And if you're looking for a side hustle, you know, you need money now because you've been laid off, or you need extra capital because you want to invest in real estate, or you want to invest in gold and silver, if you want to invest in cryptocurrencies, then download the New Flip. The New Flip is a revolutionary business in a box where I teach you how to start a business with only $100 startup capital and get anywhere from 2x to 7x potential returns, guys. And the risk is you could only lose your $100. Isn't that amazing? I know many people that started businesses with getting in debt 2 million, 200,000, somewhere around that area, and now they're filing bankruptcy. I show you how to start a business in America, a hot business that's working in today's market that deals with motivated sellers, and there's millions of motivated sellers out there for just $100 startup capital. I'm having a special promotion going on the new flip, guys. Go check it out at mrnoflip.com. It's revolutionary. Read the reviews, guys. If you need to make some side hustle, you want to make 10 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, get the new flip, guys. Do you have to work hard? Not really. All you do is sit behind a computer, copy and paste the messages that I've given you, and I show you how to find motivated sellers for free. You don't have to learn anymore. You don't have to buy any more courses. You don't have to buy more paperwork. You just need the new flip in action, guys. Thanks for watching. Click the like button. Don't take no for an answer. Peace.